guys, welcome back. Hey, I'm putting this video on so that more of you out there understand that when you end up having problems with your user-borne motherboard, we pretty much have the way of checking them out, finding out exactly what's wrong with them. And what I'm going to show you today is a testing board that we put together that pretty much tells us just about everything about the stove all on one board. Okay, here's a gentleman that sent us his Rika Integra 2. I think his model was 2007, 2008, something like this. And he had a power surge. He's not quite sure exactly when it happened, but he went to turn his stove on and it is dead. My power board is turned on and it is supposed to be functioning right now, and there is nothing. Normally what that means is the transformer or one of the main power supply circuits have completely deteriorated. Now, the reason why it tells me it's possibly a transformer is I don't see any burnt, melted, or charred marks on this board. So what it normally means is we have a transformer that just went kaput. So anyhow, this is actually a gentleman that we encouraged him to send us both. Obviously the user board and his motherboard, and unfortunately we're going to have to repair this for him. So let me go ahead and show you here what our board looks like when it's operating with a usable. Our test board is up and running, and we are actually testing the user board here from the customer that just sent us his motherboard and user board, because he had a power surge that when the power went out in the neighborhood, came back on, obviously it blew the fuse, wiped out the motherboard. It's in startup mode right now. You can see here that it's actually set at 18 minutes left in the startup mode of a 21-minute startup cycle, and it's set at 70% heat, which looks great. Now the way that our board works here is we got the motherboard, everything is plugged into it. I know it looks like a scrambled spaghetti mess to all of you out there, but it all means something to us. And what we got going on here is the top light bulb is the auger motor. Auger motor showing that it is working the way that it's supposed to, turning on and off, dropping pellets into the burn pot. Second light bulb is the igniter, which will stay on for approximately 12 minutes, and then it shuts itself off, and it then seeks the proof of fire switch, which is the switch there on the combustion fan. Make sure that that's heated up to 120 degrees. If it is, then it closes the circuit. It then turns on the convection fan. Actually, you guys that have taken your convection fans apart, that looks familiar. We just have the motor. We do not have the squirrel cage and the whole bit on there. But after startup, that then is turned on when the low limit snap disc closes its circuit, sends power to it, and away it goes. So everything works great. And another thing that we got going on here is we have the air sensor, and the air sensor is ingeniously positioned just right in front of the combustion fan, so that it picks up the proper airflow in order to tell the motherboard that all is a go. Okay, this device down here, this is actually for us to test Integra 1 pre-2006. We can check out the user board, the control board, the air sensor. It pretty much tells us the power of the auger, and if we we need to know about it, we can figure it out. And if by chance you have any questions or concerns about your 2006 motherboard, or your user board, or your Integra pre-2006 pellet stove, email us at offgridstoves@gmail.com. We'll answer any questions. So I wanted to show you guys something here on the testing that we're doing for this gentleman's user board. There's this board here, and right now I should hit off. See that? Push, nothing. Push, nothing. That means that that button got fried in the surge, and this is an unfortunate situation, but his mother and his user board are faulty. So there you go. There's a perfect example of one of the things that can go wrong with the user board. And as for the motherboard, that's just a complete loss. That's a transformer meltdown. So I'm not going to mention the gentleman's name, but I apologize. But we'll get these parts to you, and we'll get her up and running. So you can ask us. We'll tell you exactly how much it's going to cost for selling you a refurbished board or a brand new motherboard. And if by chance we test your products and one of them is bad, the testing is free. We only charge you for the part itself plus shipping. And if you are in a situation where you need the parts like yesterday, then if we have the ability to overnight it to you, we will. Alrighty, you guys stay safe out there. Thanks for watching. Peace.